First up tonight and new for you tonight, we're learning that the death toll from Oregon's historic heat wave has now climbed to 79 heat-related deaths.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine just such a tragic situation. We're also learning more about the victims themselves and the demand for resources our community experienced this past weekend. Fox 12's Drew Reeves joins us now live with the very latest. Drew.
Yeah, that's right. We know that state services were inundated with calls this last weekend as people tried to get to cooling shelters like this one here at the Beaverton City Library and get help to family and friends who were alone. Sadly, we know that 79 people were not able to get the help they needed. And with more heat coming, officials hope that doesn't happen again.
It's super unfortunate that anyone, for the dozens of people that lost their life over the weekend.
The death toll keeps rising as the state medical examiner's office finds more deaths that can be linked to Oregon's historic heat. As temperatures shattered records in Portland, many were scrambling to get help.
We're getting a couple hundred phone calls from around the state just about cooling shelters, potable water sites, places for kids to, escape the heat. And then we were getting a lot of phone calls too from, concerned citizens. My family or my friend is at home. How can I do a safety check on them?
The medical examiner saying tonight that caseloads have quadrupled. They say right now the system is not overwhelmed, but if more bodies are found, additional resources may be required. And tonight, we're learning more about the folks who lost their lives in this heat wave. The victims ranged in age from 38 to 97. Most of those who died, 52 of them, living in Multnomah County. 211 Info says trying to keep people cool was difficult, especially in an area where many do not have air conditioning.
It's definitely an unmet need, like all across the state, no matter where you go, and really any time of year.
And as we approach the holiday weekend, temperatures will still be hot, but not near what we saw this weekend west of the Cascades. But officials worry about the rest of the state.
We know there's still an excessive heat warning through much of central Oregon, southern and eastern Oregon, and the Columbia River Gorge.
And because of the heat, 211 has been granted emergency working hours, which means that they are open until 11 o'clock at night every day, including this weekend until Monday. They say that they are able to provide information about how to get to cooling shelters and things like that, as well as information about burn bans and fire hazards. Reporting live in Beaverton, Drew Reeves, Fox 12 Oregon.